lose the ball. Under pressure, passes to Tebow, we lose the ball. It's been a pattern this whole season that we're not able to beat the press. And it's a combination of so many things. Beating the press, it's not just the other team doing a good job. It's also us. It's also us as a collective making sure we are at the right time to help our teammates. Whenever I see Lucas have the ball, Rudiger has the ball, there isn't a Tchouaméni dropping deep to help him. There isn't a Brahim Diaz creating angles. There isn't a Luka Modric helping that. It's always them man literally standing in the same position, waiting for Rudiger to do something. Whether that is a switch or a diagonal pass, or if that's passes back to Tebow. And then this has been the whole situation that we don't do an effort to help. We don't do an effort to drop deep. We don't do an effort to maybe create movements which maybe drags the person marking this man, which maybe gives space to this guy. We don't do that at all this season, and this has been a pattern consistently throughout this whole season. Is we do it worse than any other team, and it's really annoying. It really, really is annoying, because that's how, of course, they scored, and that's how the first half was. And in terms of out of possession, we are also the worst team. You know how I said we are very easy to press against? That's fine. If you want the ball, just press Real Madrid. Trust me, you are going to get the ball. But if you have the ball, we are one of the worst teams out of possession. We don't press as a collective. We are very reliant on a one-man press, on a two-man maybe, or three people, and that is pretty much it. We don't do it as a collective. There isn't a cohesional press. There is something called pressing. Anyone can press. I can press. You can press. Any player can press. Pressing is not a skill. It's not an ability. It's just running. But there is something called organized press, and you do it as a collective of the team. We don't have that. We only have individual presses, in the sense of players just press, they just run, and that's it. They don't understand where to press. They don't understand when to press. And that is, we don't do that well. And this whole season has been an indication of that. And today's game has been an indication of that as well, where Betis in the first half and the second half. Second half was even worse. Second half, bro, I only realized that Mbappe was playing after the great moment that created the first goal, when he was taken out. I only realized Vinny was playing when Vinny was finally passed to Endrick. That was his 75th minute action. Rodrigo in the 77th. The front trio were awful. They were so bad. Vinny being one of them. Mbappe being, I don't know what he was doing. I don't know where he was. Rodrigo, similar situation. And it doesn't help when you have the midfield non-existent as well, because the midfield's job is to get the ball to the front trio, making sure the ball gets to them at all costs. Our midfield was bad. And if you add to that as well, our defense was bad. I mean, look at that second goal. Look at the second goal there was no communication between Rudiger and Alaba whatsoever. That's no understanding where they were. But what annoys me the most is him. Both of these two players were able to track back. That Colombian brother, what's his name again? The person, the striker, Hernandez. That Juan Hernandez, he was right there, and both of these two could have easily made sure and recovered. But they were all ball watching. They didn't. There was no eyes on Hernandez.